Welcome back, guys, to Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, as I'm glad to say we finally put an end to this chapter. Let us move the last few steps and make it so, as we goes right up, soft, as we've got him straight into the front line once more. Courier flying units. As first of all, we have a level up. I'm so glad to see an end to this map. I don't like desert maps for many, many reasons. The slowdown is one of them. I thought Thieves used to before. They used to be quite good at this kind of map. Oh well, turned out not to be true in the end. If he gets crit, which is a possibility here, he will just hang on to life. But the Basilard ×2 should do the job. If he gets crit, it's based on the fact if he doesn't dodge. Well, I think crit overrides dodge, but I'm never sure. I have many facts that I say that aren't real. Plus I get many facts that are said that aren't real back to me, so it's all evens out in the end. Right then, let us get attacking over here. Which one do I want to go for? Oh, that guy's got a steel bow with a strength 26. If I go there, and you got a speed of 29, you got lower attack. Just wondering which one our Empress can take down. Or we could let our Empress get into a frontal battle. We'll probably survive. She'll probably be fine. Of course, the archer will choose to attack Skrymir regardless, because of reasons. Not the fleshy toe he can actually hit, but the one that can't hit back. So, that should be that for that turn, really. As long as no reinforcements appear, it ends now. Go on, Black Knight. Because he knew that other guys were appearing. He did. He was walking towards them, and it was like, oh, really? Really? Well, let's let Soft get the final blow. He's here and ready to do it, after all. Bring this map to a close. We have taken all its treasures after all. Still dagger ×2. No, it's the Basilard again. We're going to have to use Hermern on that very shortly. Well, Bane for one charge. And then following it up with something that would have worked better. Oh well. And that'll be the mission. At last! Only took a week's worth of episodes to get through. Sir Knight, how good to see you. You always save me from danger.
Maiden, I have a favor to ask of you. Will you come with me? My master awaits you at the Tower of Guidance.
The Tower of Guidance? If I may ask, who is your master?
You will see when we get there. Please take my hand. We will be there in the blink of an eye.
I can't leave everyone behind. We have to get to the tower together.
Your allies will turn to stone when the light of judgment next shines. I do not wish for you to see it.
The light will strike again? When? Please tell me.
Maiden, I will come for you again. Make up your mind by then.
Wait. Don't tell me. He's gone again, right? I knew we couldn't count on him. Soph?
The king got away, didn't he?
Yes, he did. But we'll have another chance.
I'm sure of it. I know he's going to attack us again. Don't know if that's good news or bad.
I know. We have to be ready.
We do. We really do.
You might have a weapon next time, unlike a warpy staff. Sigrun, Tanith, I need to talk to both of you. Empress, why so serious? Whatever it is, you can be sure that Sigrun and I will help you with it. Tanith, let us speak. When the last apostle was assassinated and I was not yet born, Bennion went a long time without central authority. The people were frightened, both for the murder and the power vacuum. Without the goddess's voice, Benyon was lost. Sephiran once told me that when the Senate confirmed my appointment as the next apostle, it was as if a sigh of relief sounded across the country. It's true. I still remember your coronation. The first time I ever saw you, Empress Senaki. With your tiny hand in Sephiran's, you stumbled as you walked. A little girl, barely visible in the grand hallway of the cathedral. It was a moving sight. I remember as well, the Empress stepped on her cape and tripped a total of 5 times. Tanith, that hardly seems appropriate. I think the country's sigh of relief was unwarranted. I cannot hear the goddess's voice. I never could. This has perplexed me for years. At first I thought my youth was to blame, but this excuse grows thinner each year. There is no clear age at which previous apostles heard the goddess for the first time, but all of them had heard by now. Empress, if this is about what Duke Gados said, if I am not the true apostle, have I betrayed my people? Even unknowingly? You two are my most trusted friends. How would you feel about me if I were not the apostle? Be honest with me. You would like an honest answer? Very well. It would change nothing. What? If you thought that our allegiance was to the office of the apostle, well, you were wrong. Even from a young age you have been working with Lord Sephiran to fight the Senate on behalf of the people. Our loyalty lies with you, Empress Senaki. You will always be our Empress. Please do not forget that. I am blessed, not by the voice of the goddess, but by loyalty like yours. Be strong, Empress Senaki. Even if you are not an apostle, you are still the one true Empress of Benyon. And also a ridiculously powerful mage now. Always a good thing, isn't it? As we move on. From one army to another again, I'd imagine. The Greils.
Prince Kurthnaga tells of the connection between Dayan and the dragon tribes. Ranulf reveals the identity of the Black Knight. These revelations send Ike's mind spinning in a whirlpool of confusion and doubt. Ike becomes convinced that the answers to all of his questions lie within the Tower of Guidance, and he is determined to reach the tower at any cost. His group arrives in the Duchy of Tanis, near the Imperial capital. Caught in a sudden downpour, they take shelter in the Duke's deserted villa.
As we reach chapter 4 of part 4, Revelations. This is great! I can't remember the last time we got to sleep indoors. We can be thankful for the rain, I guess. Yeah, the decorations are a little overdone, but the beds will be warm and dry. I'm glad I remember this mansion was here. Presumably, we're the first people to set foot in here since Oliver was posthumously found guilty of trading inherent slaves. I understand the Senate confiscated his lands and property immediately after the Mad King's War ended. Well, someone must be living here. The place is spotless. By law, there shouldn't be anyone here. I wonder if someone is squatting. Is something wrong, Raphael? I feel that we are being watched. I sense no malice, but there is definitely some sort of presence. Perhaps the master of the house? I'll bet we find out soon. Some presence is here, but we move to the screen. The screen that says all. And now, of course, we have a more powerful party than ever because Mist even managed to promote as well. So we now have, this is our ridiculous force, of course. Of course. Well, that way I can strengthen this support and raise it to an A level, making them avoidance and defense people. Anyone else? Oh, Zhark wants to get stronger with Volug. so that's all good. And Volug is all fine as well. So where do we go from here? No one else to support for now. We have one bit of info here, a conversation called Wolves. Let us get chatting. Hello. What can I do for you? Hey, that's an elixir. Yes, I like them too. Volug, speak out loud. Ike is confused by your silence.
But, Your Majesty, he doesn't understand our language.
It's better than staying silent. Sorry, I don't mean to leave you out of the conversation. No, that's fine. I would have been confused either way. I didn't know you could speak the ancient language. It's Hatley's common language. I would never have known about the Tellius language if I hadn't met Raphael. The Tellius language? You don't know? The language we are using right now is called the Tellius language. You call it modern speech, I suppose. Oh, I see. Long ago, Beork created the old tongue. The ancient speech is what we Laguz call it. As it was so complex, it was difficult for many Laguz to master. Over time, it evolved into the language of Tellius. Huh. I've never heard that before. The only people I'm aware of who know the ancient speech are the Heron Laguz. I think Nastir of Goldoa said he could read it. Among Beork, only mages know how to use it, and that's only for spells. Well, the Laguz who live a long time, such as dragons and herons, have all the time in the world to learn it. Beork probably left the ancient speech behind in favour of a newer, improved language, with the exception of spells. That makes sense, I suppose. Mordecai once told me that speech lets you avoid fighting when it's not a good idea. He said that's why it's a good idea to know many languages. Did he now? Volug, did you hear that? You can learn the language of Tellius with Mordecai. I will try. He understands what you're saying, for the most part. It's the speaking that's the hard part for him. You don't need to feel obligated. I mean, it isn't like I can understand ancient speech.
Here, I want you to have this. Here, take.
Oh, I understand, thanks.
It's about time.
I think I understood that. You were happy that I understood what you just said.
I guess you could say that.
Good. As long as you have the desire to learn, words will soon follow. I see. I'll try to learn a little ancient speech from now on too, Volug. You be my teacher, and I'll be your teacher.
Alright, it's a deal.
As we receive an elixir, of course I don't understand what they've said until post-production, when then I go and find out so I don't spoil it myself. It's all good times with that. Right then, award experience, do we really need to do it to anyone yet? Because to be honest, everyone is fine as they are, non-capped abilities. Is all looking fine there. So really, it's just checking on the items, make sure everyone has what they need, and to be honest, most of the time they do. We can move the Paragon on, because of course it got switched there. So who can Paragon be part of now? It's the question is who's what level? And who do we want to raise more? And so with a fair bit more of sorting out of stuff, items have been equipped or bought for people like Boyd and Titania, as they've got themselves, of course, they needed more axes after all that fighting. Soren has a fair selection of spells to use at his disposal, so he's not really that much of an issue, plus he can heal if he needs to. And Titania is the one I've decided to bless with Paragon, based on the fact that she has ridiculously high strength already, and if we can raise her other stats, then she will just outstrip Oscar, though you never know how Oscar will be anyway. So, might use both still, might not. Titania, though, was the one that was shunned last time, which makes me more likely to use her this time. Or at least that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it anyway. So, basically we have our Ultras Force ready to go. It's all just basically going... Let's just get enough heals. We've got all our lovely stuff to use if we need to sort anything out. All of this. All the things. And even stuff to sell on top of that. Howl, Blossom, all these coins, except we can't forge currently. Everything is ready because Ike can just go with Ragnell and destroy. Our main forces are set. Should we go and do it? You know what? Before we go, one last thing. So it makes sense for him just to have a little bit of self-healing if things go truly, truly bad. Let's get out there and fight. Supports are done, everything's done. One last thing, who was the MVP last time? It was Sanaki, of course. With all that experience gained. The Disciples of Order are here! They just appeared in the outer building! Alright, let's get everyone mobilized. General, come quickly! Our friends are in trouble. Friends? Tormod, Murim, and Vikra, if I'm right in saying. I wouldn't say they really look that much in trouble currently. What are you doing here? Hey, isn't that? It's Tormod. We haven't seen him since the Mad King's War. Extinguish them. Funny you should phrase it that way, you soon-to-be Cinder. What the? That should have worked better. Who are these guys? Tormod, your backup's here. Just hold your position. Much appreciated. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Wait a second, Ike? What happened to you, musclehead? It's definitely Sir Ike. Peork growth always amazes me. It's like looking at a different person. Between him and Soph, I'm starting to feel a little inadequate. Well, that settles it. I've still got a lot of growing to do, so I've got to survive. I can't die like this. Alright, let's help these guys out. Get ready for battle. And so we shall. Right then. Well, I think our choice of units is completely fine as is. Same as last time. We minus Z-Hark for who? Who is in his instead, or do we have one less party slot? I guess we do because we got these guys in. So yeah, Z-Hark's been pushed out, despite the fact he did quite well for us last time. Let's keep this crew though. We know where the experience is going. The main Greil troops. Right then, those are forced units because they kind of have to be there. That guy's pretty much almost dead. But everyone can move on them in the next go, can't they? Hopefully they move... Well, actually we can move them. So that's not a bad thing. Boyd, you get there. Britannia, you get there. Of course, these guys are gonna have to go this way, which means, to be honest, we want Ike to go up there. Well, that's not really gonna happen. So we'll leave it at that. The frontal charge is made. It's too bad I can't reposition those guys and get them out of there, but of course we've got our checking of units to do to end the episode. So lots of silver weapons, it seems. Arc spells around the place. Not that we have any Dragon Warriors to really be worried about it. A Nosferatu Oliver. A Nosferatu and a Silence. He's back. Nullifying opponent's resistance and half their hit rate for one turn. High level priests. That's a nice ability you have there, sir. There's another guy here as well, Hetzel. He's just a healing guy, but he's not counted as a boss. Interesting. Silver sword, spear, any killer weapons. We got shine, physics, and unlocks. Well, we can steal one of them. Shine, sleep. We can steal the sleep, but likely he'll just cast it on us. Haven't we been here before? Of course we have. Right then, silver. Everything, it seems, attacks. Watch out for that. Any flying units? Oh, wait. A Tempest Blade that will drop. Nice. A Killer Lance. More or less at the frontal steps. One bowman or two. A door key. So we still haven't gone round them all yet. Name her. Crossbow. We've gone round them now. So one killer weapon in the party. That's good and all. From what I say from that. As we got to go out there and break them all now. As we do best. Right, so Ike can't get up there. But of course, a certain someone can. Can't crossbow this guy ×2, but if we tomahawk him ×2, he'll go down. He'll probably go down from short axe ×2, which blocks off that way for Boyd to then work on everyone. And Soren can step up and nuke at close range an archer, but not getting a double. Surprising. I mean, my speed's not... okay, it's not greatest. All the way, I may as well block the path for others to come through. Get to work, Soren. And then it's more or less these guys to really start their advance. So we've only got one steel sword there. You can get doubled by these because of Titania's speed. They must have 30 speed or 29. Well, it seems Ike's not going that way, so Ike may as well bust through this way. Now, Mr. Speed over here, however, has a little bit more to his name. Still can't really double these guys down, though. Not proccing Soul. Gets hit back for a fair bit, but you know he heals that back up. And your weapon levels up as well at that point. Is that an SS rank now? It is indeed. So really, it's between the other melee troops to kind of get in here and do their job. But with that, we got conversations and more attacks to come. But we'll continue onwards next episode as the horses go that way. Ike's going to climb up this way, and Boyd and Soren are going to take out this side. Join me then for more, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.